Hello, friends, and welcome to the sprint review for Sprint 40 for the SSW Rewards project. We had one sprint goal to sprint. It is the login process causing friction, which is a big PBI. It's like almost an epic. And can we get the email back on stream, Vlad? Thank you. Yeah, so that PBI is almost an epic. It's quite big, and I am pretty frustrated that we didn't get it done yet. It was almost done, and then when testing, we found an iOS bug that Vlad's working on as hopefully the last piece before we can mark that one as actually complete. So this was sprint number 40. It was 2 weeks due to Vlad taking a bunch of leave and being on client work. So the actual amount of days of work in the sprint was about 1 week, although date-wise it was 2 weeks. The summary recording. Yes, and he's in the middle of a cyclone, which is why he has his window boarded shut behind him. You'll be able to find this video on the SSW Rewards YouTube channel in the Sprint Review playlist. Yeah, that's that. I'm the product owner. It was Adam before, and I'm also acting as Scrum Master since we're really small right now. So myself, Zach, and Vlad were in this, and we have everybody else here joining us for the summary here at the end. So the most important PBI is that login process one, which, like I said, I'm frustrated is not done. But yeah, hopefully the sprint will be the one. And then we had a QR code scanning issue where it would scan all kinds of QR codes, not only ones that were SSW rewards, and it would kind of like make the experience annoying because you had to scan a bunch of codes that failed, and then until you scan an SSW rewards one, which would then work. And that was a problem in how the codes were generated and the codes that it was looking to detect with the scanner. So that's fixed now. So it only scans SSW rewards QR codes. So it's a much better experience. And then we had an issue where people that did not have an SSW staff profile were still showing up on the app and then making it crash. And so that one's done too, which is great. And then Zach has just started on the project this week. Well, has just restarted on it. So he's only had 2 days, I think, Zach, or maybe one day the sprint. And he's been working on that last one. App Center is going away, and that's where we get a lot of our analytics from. So we're going to move to something else. Cool. So that's the sprint PBIs. Let's go down to some of the graphs. Vlad, do you want to do the graphs quickly?
Sure. So first
give
of
us
all,
a very short description of each one.
So first we've got our issues from, well, our failed request from Azure. So we can see there was a big spike over there, but I checked this one and it's actually just either a penetration test or just someone tries to, hack us or something. All of us requests hit PHP endpoints, so we don't really care about it. It's just, yeah, just spam. And really, overall, we didn't have much issues here. As you can see, most of this would actually be coming from our testing, as there was no NDC or any event here which caused, they are being used extensively. So most of these issues are not really something we care much about at this point. Next on, we've got our iOS. So here I've gone into a little issue, which hopefully we won't have when Zach will do his work, because App Center doesn't let us filter by 2 weeks, but this sprint was 2 weeks. So I really hope I can have a better graphs here. But this one, as you can see, shows 28 days. So really, only this spike is the one we care about, which from what I checked, it was issues with login. So something which I'm still trying to fix.
Yes, that was the time that we were testing it.
Yeah.
After you deployed the new version.
Yeah, like this stuff over there.
That's the thing that's frustrating me. Okay.
Yeah.
Onward.
Next one, we've got Android. Now on Android, in 2 weeks, we have no issues at all. But again, the app wasn't used extensively, so we would probably run into something if real users would use it, or maybe not. If not, then it's amazing. But within 2 weeks, we didn't have any issues for Android. Next, we've got deployments. Do you want me to talk about that, Seth, or do you want to take over?
I'll do it quickly. That's one deployment to the API, 2 deployments to SSW Identity, which is a different project, but it is what handles the authentication, which is why it's related. 1 deployment to test flight, and then also 1 to production. So R&D, that's you, Vlad.
So R&D, some of this work for login process. One of the things which we are doing here is that a person is forced to accept the email, and to make the process smoother, we want to take them directly into the app after they accept the email. And that thing, which is this auto login process from the basically your email into the mobile app, it's not something I found a lot of information on about. So I treat this as experimental work and R&D because it takes a lot of research and just yeah, it's not something which was really done by someone really easily before.
All right, awesome. Yeah, that will be a much smoother login experience, so that's cool. All right, moving from the summary to the retro. Vlad is happy that he got some help doing iOS deployments from Anton. So shout out Anton. And Vlad is the only one working on it, so he's the only one who has good points. I am frustrated that we did not get enough replies to the test please because I want to hear more people's feedback. And Brisbane is going to flood, which I guess is not a good thing either, so we put it there. And that's what we have for the retro. Let's move quickly to the forecast. So we have changed the sprint goal. It is not the login issue PBI since that one is mostly done. We're moving on to the next most important one, which is getting off App Center and onto the next thing that we need for analytics. So next sprint's 41. It's going to be a week long. We now have Vlad and Zach, which is great. And then the login process PBI is still at the top with the App Center 1 second, and then a few others after that. And that's our forecast for the next sprint. Thank you all for watching. This is going to be on the SSW Rewards YouTube channel. Vlad, do you have that open? Yeah, open that. We should already have that open before we start recording. That's my bad. So yeah, you can find all the sprint review summaries right here in this playlist on the SSW Rewards channel. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.